Hey everyone, this is Puzzle Masters channel. Little video about climate change and its implications. I mean, it's nothing new. I think the basic principle of it and the basic aspect of it that we'll be covering in this video is the uh, the Arctic and Antarctic ice sheets. But I'm focusing more on the Antarctic and how huge chunks of ice are melting, falling into the world's oceans and causing sea level to rise, and then all the small island nations, small atoll countries. Kiribati is a good example. The Maldives is another.
All things scientists expect as a result of climate change. And though scientists can't yet pinpoint the causes, people in Kiribati say they're already noticing changes. Romatoa Takita lived right here until about 2 years ago when a storm washed his house away. He's standing in his old living room.
That don't really only go a few feet above sea level. They could be underwater in 15, 20 years if things don't improve. So we'll hope they do. But yeah, there's all these different ice sheets breaking off of Antarctica. I mean, here are some examples. This one's the size of New York City. There's a huge crack, and you can see how it's progressed over a few years. And this one here is actually about 400 kilometers from one end to the other. The toe of a glacier, so it's 25 kilometers across. That's a huge volume of ice to fall into the ocean. So this stuff it's only going to contribute further to sea levels, which have been rising already for the past 50 years and faster in the past 10 years. So it's not good for the people that live in these countries. It's not good for their cultures, even if they could be relocated elsewhere. I mean, it's never a good thing to lose your country. You just have to try to stop burning so much oil so that it doesn't continue, or at least doesn't accelerate. So hope it's been educational, and hope that we can all sort of, this is nothing new. I'm sure everybody already knows the basics about this, but it's easy to forget about. It's easy for this kind of information to get stale, and we can't forget about it. We just have to keep it in our minds. So thanks for watching this part.
Okay, so we've been talking about how the glaciers on both sides of the poles are melting at faster rates than they ever have been in the past, and like if you graph it, every day it's melting faster than the previous day. So it's looking kind of bleak, and a lot of these there's giant ice shelves that have broken off, which are going to contribute obviously a lot to rising sea levels. And there's a list of over 10 countries on Wikipedia that are actually like, I don't remember the word, but we'll put up a little thing where they're like endangered countries of being inexistent in the next 20 years, because if the sea level rises just like 6 feet, then there's no island anymore, and so they'll either have to live on a boat or swim to land. But it's just what's really sad and pathetic about the whole issue, though, at the fundamental core that a lot of people I don't think would get, is that there's been technologies for over 50, 60 years now that have could have allowed a lot of this stuff to have been avoided, but it's literally been done on purpose to kind of just perpetuate monetary systems and have political power and control over people, and then make millions, or billions and trillions of dollars off of harming the environment. And just with the occasional oil spill, like there's been like an oil spill every day. Like there was more oil spills than days of the year. Okay, like it was like 300 and almost 70 every year. That's more than one a day. Just fucking insane, considering that these technologies aren't necessary. I'll try to put in a little clip that will show the year I was born, in 1988, there was someone who had like a water-powered car.
In the top, our news here at 6 o'clock, an age-old dream becoming a reality. A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use water to run your car.
It's a major breakthrough that will no doubt make motorists happy. And as Ralph Robinson explains, the Pentagon is also showing lots of interest in this project.
Water has always been considered a precious commodity, but Stan Meyer's invention may make it even more valuable. He has developed what's called a water fuel cell. It has taken the place of his old gas tank. The water fuel cell breaks down water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The hydrogen is used to run his dune buggy.
I don't care if you use rainwater, well water, city water, ocean water. If you don't have any fresh water, go ahead and use snow. If you don't have any snow available to you, they use salt water because there's no adverse effect to the fuel cell.
Meyer started working on this project 4 years ago. He's not a scientist. He isn't even a chemist. In fact, he never graduated from college. Myers was determined, he says, to design something to protect this country from oil embargoes.
And we have calculated that if we take the dune buggy from Los Angeles to New York, we would roughly use 22 gallons of water.
That actually just using electrolysis broke water down into basic components. And he wasn't even like a physicist or like a, I don't know, I think he was like an auto mechanic or something, but he wasn't really, I don't know, it was just a simple, it was a device that he had come up with, and guess what happened to him? He died, and it never made mainstream or anything, and we've known also for a long time about like electrical cars. Again, that hasn't really, some people actually do have them, but just the way that the monetary system works, they're able to also control that because with prices and all that. And it's a new technology, so it's obviously going to cost more. But if everyone had it, that would change over time. But yeah, the suppression of free energy devices or devices that kind of tap into the ether, a lot of that technology has been coming forward. And is going to keep coming forward because I think that it's getting old to just keep killing everybody, and you can't bribe everyone to just shut up either. So, and a lot of people already know about this, and it's just ridiculous that even the people that are doing this, that are pulling the strings, how can they must not have no heart at all, or love for the planet, like, just because, you know, picture of some oil spills and some birds dying, like, if you see all these animals being tortured, all of this going on, none of this being necessary. And the only reason that it's been done is so that people can profit and make money off of the oil of the earth. Yeah, pretty sad and pathetic, but hope that this was informative and that you at least learned something. And mwah.